Hi everyone, it's Anahata. How are you? So good to be with you today. Yesterday I started a new group that launched right on 8/8, which is Lion's Gate, which is a portal of energy that allows us to access different timelines of information that are meant to serve our soul growth and our evolution, not only for your own seeking and understanding and growth, but for the growth of the one, of us, of all of us together. And so yesterday was really potent. Some of you may have been feeling creative energies that you haven't thought about certain things ever, and suddenly you're getting these inspirations or these thoughts that pass through you and you think, wow, that would be fantastic if, or some messages in some form, taste, touch, see, smell, if you're clairvoyant, if you're sensitive, if you're an empath. Yesterday was a big deal. Now there's some of you who are just starting your journey into this next dimension that we are co-creating together. And so I've started a group in hopes that I can inspire and support as many transformation catalysts as possible on their path to remembering why they came here. And today I want to share with you and be very, very vulnerable about celebrating polarity and celebrating the drama and trauma of our lives, and framing it in a new way. Instead of through victimhood, we're going to go to the polarity of that, and that is empowerment. And so there is a phrase that I have coined that I really hope supports you in really digging into the blessings and the silver linings of your mess. And so that phrase simply is, your mess is your medicine. And what this means is all of the pain and struggle and polarity that we have had to go through in our lives is actually partially what we came here to assist others through. And so yesterday I spoke, that everyone is going through transformation and that everyone is feeling this deep inner activation of service, of wanting to support others. And then fear steps in and we go, but who am I, right? Who am I to, no one's going to want to listen to me, and all of these self-defeating, limiting beliefs set in. I'm not qualified enough, or I'm not fill in the blank enough. And I want to just say that those elements of your story, of where you've been, are actually your gifts. Now, we don't have to stay in that vibration as we assist others. There's two paths, right? We can motivate people to transform through delivering the positive aspects, but there is a very potent medicine in your mess. And so I'm going to share with you mine just so that we can frame all of this. And then what I want you to do is go over to the new group that I have, which is /my Bliss Biz. I just started it yesterday, so there's only a few hundred people in it so far. But we are going to just build a tribe of support, of inspiration, of balancing both masculine and feminine energies on our quest to manifest our Bliss Biz. Now, as we serve others, we will be filled, right? We will be filled up. This is what should happen. Unfortunately, a lot of light workers and heartpreneurs and 5D and people who are anchoring in the fifth dimension, they just aren't aware of how to make their 5D business manifest in the 3D, because the 3D has lots of crazy rules that we're just like, I don't get it. This isn't my realm. But there are ways to work within this framework as we ascend that will allow you to maximize your support, your security in the form of money. Yes, it's an energy. It's an energy exchange. You absolutely do need to be compensated for the gifts that you are giving to the world. It's going to maximize your time, right? A lot of us are in these jobs and these unfulfilling cycles where we're working by the hour, and that's our reality. So when you're in that type of time parameter where you don't have time, it becomes energy. Your energy comes in, it retracts because you don't have time, right? You don't have time for miracles even. You don't have time, you have to schedule everything. You're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling just too busy and like there's not enough time. And what that does is it cuts out your dreaming, it cuts out your expansion, it cuts out your progress, it cuts out the time that you would otherwise have to do things that fulfill your soul, right? That gives you connection back into oneness, into unity, into receiving from that quiet place the inspiration that is going to birth the new world in different ways that you came here to do. It basically sucks your creative power out of your body when you have no time. And so are you serving in a job that is by the hour that you want to free yourself from? Perhaps it was a passion at one time and just isn't anymore with all these upgrades coming in. That's okay. That happened to me too. And so I'm going to share my story briefly. And if it inspires you, I would welcome you to the group where we're going to share in a new thread that I will post this video in. What is your mess? And how can we use that as fodder or inspiration to deliver what you came here to deliver? New ways to look at things, guys, instead of through the victim eyes, but through celebrating what it is we came here to deliver. So I was actually blessed to be a part of corporate America, went to school for marketing, found this went to a series of jobs to kind of prime me for my main position, which was as a creative director in a wind power company. And so I was saving the world, right? That's part of who I am as my path. I really wanted to make a difference. And so I was creative director for a company in Colorado for almost 9 years. And the last 6 or so, after about 6 or so years, they started laying off people. Just the company was not thriving, and it was really painful to watch everyone leaving. Well, just about that time, guess what happened? It was 12/12. So my third eye started opening. I've been intuitive my entire life, but things started shifting in ways that I was like going, holy cow, what's happening here? I turned to, of course, God. I'm a Christian, a non-denominational Christian, as well as crystals. At the time, I was like, okay, there's, power in crystals, and what does it have to offer? And so I started basically aligning myself with what I call asking for more information. My journey to awakening was very, very quick, and I started receiving downloads and knowings about what I was here to do. Meanwhile, I'm in a corporate job, right? So my passion started slipping away from that job, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be here. Simultaneously, I had the gift of having a little baby, my only child. And so as a mother, I wanted to be with her, and that's it. I did not want to be in the 9 to 5. I was drained by it. Actually, it was just not fulfilling me anymore. And so I found myself between a rock and a hard place because I needed to provide for my daughter, but I also knew that this was not where my heart was anymore, and that it wasn't expansive enough for my soul growth. And so I began to pray, I began to ask, I began to pray and ask, pray and ask, pray and ask. Mind you, right before I had my daughter, I was in a 10-year abusive marriage. So guys, I got a lot of history of pain, of suffering, but that is all for a purpose. And I don't want to make it sound like I was a victim, because obviously I chose those circumstances for my soul growth, and they were part of my path. So now in my bag of life experiences, I have decades of marketing experience on a corporate level, graphic design, creative director, marketing director type stuff, search engine optimization, all this stuff that could be framed around anything that I ever present to the world. So this is valuable knowledge, right? Along with that, on the personal side, going through an abusive marriage and understanding the dynamics of the abuser and the abused in ways that you can't imagine, I got through it all and was stronger and stronger, and this was part of my path. And so when I started to awaken, I started to think about healing, because that's what I was desperately in need of, healing, primarily emotional healing that I had not found anywhere else. And so again, through prayer and through opening up the channels in my chakras and allowing this information to come through, I was able to get to a place of surrender. Okay, so I highly recommend surrender, right? We resist, we think we know, we think we have the answers. I was at a hard point when I finally got laid off from my job. Okay, so this is me being a single mom going, holy crap. My money is gone, my bank account is going down, and I have no prospects. Why did I have no prospects? Because I didn't have a master's degree, and I was at the level where I commanded that, and no one was even looking at my resume. And so I was like freaking out, essentially, a mess, right? My mess is woo, it's getting big here, it's getting juicy. My vibrational asking for a solution was at an apex, as I knew that I didn't want to take a lower paying job just to pay for my childcare, when all I wanted to do was desperately be with my daughter. She's my love, my life, my passion, my best friend. I was made to be a mom, and I was like, I just want to be at home with her. So I began to pray, and then I realized, you know what? Why am I struggling? I could sink, I could just give up, I could swim, but I knew it'd be against the flow, or I could just surrender, because God has the answers. He has the path for you. It's divine flow. It's the path of least resistance. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I need to just let go. And that's what I did. For the first time in my life, I had no agenda whatsoever. Literally, my ego was not in it at all. I said, God, what do you want me to do? And that's what I kept asking. What do you want me to know? What do you want me to do? I'm in service. I'm in service. So guys, a great way to figure out what your life purpose is to begin to ask. Okay, ask vibrationally, ask through prayer, ask verbally. Give it up. Through your asking and your surrender to knowing you don't have the answers will flow to you automatically through that asking. That's why it's the first step of the 3-step process, ask, align, allow, which I teach my students. Anything you want in your life, we are vibrational beings. You will achieve effortlessly through asking, aligning, and then allowing. So I asked, I aligned, I allowed, and I didn't even know I was doing it. I just surrendered, okay? And what happened next was extraordinary. I started receiving information about things in new ways that I couldn't really explain to anyone. And at one point, I asked, how can we leverage the energy of crystals, these, crystals, gems, in new ways? I kept asking that because I knew that we weren't leveraging that information, the technology of crystals, in a way that was going to be sustainable. We can't keep mining them out of earth. And I also knew that there was something we were missing. And so I kept praying, and asking. And I could feel the energy of the answer right outside of my aura. Okay, 15 feet extended. I could feel it. It was like right there. And my sacral chakra was going crazy for like 2 weeks. I was like, oh my God, something huge is going to happen, like butterflies, right? And so finally, I got kind of annoyed by the feeling. After a while, I was like, okay, this is enough. I need the answer. And so I remember actually getting frustrated and somewhat angry at God right before bed one night. And I just said, what do you want me to know? And then boop, it was the biggest download I've ever gotten. My head hit the pillow and I received information that is now the Anahata codes. There are about 9,000 users worldwide. It's a global modality. I call it the law of attraction of energy medicine. Through asking, aligning, allowing, I have remembered this beautiful technology that you can also remember. You just go to www.anahatacodes.com. You download the guide and the spreadsheet. It's free, guys, the whole thing. That was the other part of it. I kept asking God, well, how much, should I charge for this service, this remembrance, this archive of amazing quantum codes that unlocks access to anything in the universe? And God kept saying free, 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 free. And I was like, well, I've got to be able to make a living, right? I can't just offer this and live like in a hole. I need technology. And so God kept saying, they will always want more. They will always want more. They will always want more. And so I just trusted that and set about on my path, marrying all my wisdom and all of the mess that I had brought with me through my lifetime and probably past lifetimes and through the collective and all of that. And together now I have secured a very comfy, beautiful, fortunate lifestyle where I work about 3 hours a day. I go to the gym in the morning, I do yoga, I go to the beach. I moved my daughter and I to Florida, where we currently live, Southwest Florida, and I needed to be by the water. And that's a longer story, and we're not going to get into it right now because this is about you. This is about celebrating your mess, and I wanted to frame the fact that when you surrender, things come through to you. And so now, fast forward, this was in 2014 when this occurred, when I received the information. And the gist of the information is because we are connected to everything, not on a spiritual level, but on a literal level, we're connected to everything. Because we are connected to everything, we have access to everything energetically without having to have it physically there. We are 99.9% energy and information, and that is tapped into all things. It's the fabric of the universe. So we get distracted by our seeing, tasting, touching, smelling, feeling, but that's 0.01% of reality. And so God basically unlocked this portion of my brain to allow me to understand that we can tap into through the source point. And guys, this is a fast forward version of everything that occurred. But basically we have a portal within our heart chakra that connects us to all divine information at once. We can pull forth from that quantum field the essence of anything. And that essence can be leveraged through what I call assisting frequencies. You are going to dynamically activate self-healing and evolutionary support using your intention, the Anahata codes, your heart portal, and what results is transformation on all levels through all aspects of your life. Now, to take it one step further, hi David, love you, brother. Hi Brad. Hi Ruth, hi Jessica, yay, asking, and I listen, very good baby. Mary, Dixie, everyone who's on here, Courtney, hi sweetheart, everyone who will be coming in later. I'm explaining my mess is my medicine and how your mess is also your medicine. Hi Joseph, hi Lore, ooh, sorry, Jamie in the house, Jake, and everyone else, James, sorry guys, I can't say hi to you all. Maybe I can. Michael, James, love you guys. Jessica, Roberta, hi sweetheart. Akram, yes. All right guys, so anyone I missed and anyone in replay, just know that you are here for a reason. You have been, hi Brooke, you have been led to this broadcast to remember and celebrate your mess as your as your medicine. So nothing is victimized. Everything is empowerment. You are a transformation catalyst on a journey here in these bodies, in this lifetime, in this time-space reality to birth new timeline potential. You are a creator. That's what you are. And so when you can leverage the crap that you've been through in your life and see it through new eyes, you can start leading people to their freedom through it. And we have such great technology now that is expanding with our dimensional energy to reach the people who need you. And this is done through the law of attraction. You will find the people you need. And so basically I want to hear your story and help you remember why you're here. There's a low network connection, sorry. When you find that purpose and you can distill it into a potent medicine, you will suddenly open the gates to abundance in ways that you never dreamed possible. This occurred to me. I was saying earlier, I went through a lot of crazy hell, right? But it wasn't crazy hell. It was divinely planned so that I could be where I am now and that I could teach you all how to do the same thing. Guys, now I live in Southwest Florida, right near the beach on the bay. The bay is, the water's right over there. And I work about 3 hours a day on my own schedule. I don't work by the hour. I don't work by the hour. I work by the transformation. And so there is limitless amount of potential with this, because what I do is I develop master classes. I offer them online. Eventually I'll do workshops in person as well. But there's no limit to how many people join, and these transformations are incredible. If you've been in any of my master classes, shoot a note down here at the bottom here about how awesome they are. And this is not ego. This is just reality, okay? So this is confidence. This is understanding what my gifts are. This is motivating others to form their medicine and deliver it, because it is very easy to do. And once you know how to do it, it's like, oh my gosh. And you are reaching so many people. You aren't working by the hour. You are making a difference in people's lives. And so if you've been in any of my 2 master classes that I offer, you will know that it's extraordinary for the price and what you get, and you'll always have access to it. It just keeps giving and giving and giving. And so I teach you to do this as well. And then again, there's no limit. There's no limit. You can reach 40 students, 60 students, 100 students, 400 students. It doesn't matter. We're worldwide. And so I can teach you how to do this. But the point is, you may be thinking, well, shoot, I don't have anything to offer. What am I good at? What are they going to listen to me about? And this is what I want you to share with me in the new group that I have formed, /My Bliss Biz, because we are going to talk about your mess. We are going to get it out there. We're going to celebrate it. We are going to think of new ways that you can set people free through your mess. Your mess is your medicine. I have a lot of mess. I have a lot of angles I could go in. And here's the really cool part before we end, because I know this is going on and on and on and on. I tend to do that. That is, once you learn how to wrap your magnificence, right? You tap into your medicine, you figure out what it is that you have to say that's going to allow people to transform their lives. Once you have that, you can use the techniques I teach you to repackage your mess as you evolve. And so your mess is never going to end, right? Those who live happy lives are those that are content with their asking before it's arrived. What I mean by that is, we are never going to stop expanding. We are never going to stop asking. We are never going to stop wanting. And so that means we are in a perpetual stage or phase of not having. And that can be extremely discomforting. People, you know, that ruins them and they go down further. We've got to get good at knowing that it's a temporary place, and with faith and gratitude, understanding we cannot achieve the things we want unless we know they are on the way, and unless we allow those things to enter our lives, and guess what? If you're vibrationally beating the drum of it's not here, I'm not good enough, where is it? If you're not comfortable in the asking before it's arrived, it will never arrive. This is why people who say, where is the man of my dreams, or where is the money I don't have, or where is, you are confirming it's not here. It's not here. It's not here. So we've got to get past this looking at what is, because the is the past. The is the past. The 0.01% that is manifested is from the 99.9% of energy and information from the past. Okay? So that means right now, in the now, the ever extended now, which is your only place of power, is where you need to be happy, satisfied, overfilled with joy, optimistic, in the absence of what you want. And then you become a match to it. You allow, you ask, align, allow. So anyway, my point being, there is people that need you. I have been on an extraordinary path. Now I make more money than I made in corporate America, and I only work 3 hours a day. Sometimes I don't work. And sometimes I work harder, and that's okay too. The point is, no one should have to work by the hour. That is a 3D paradigm. We are going into new dimensions where transformation catalysts, such as yourself, are in a whole new bracket of reality where you don't trade your time for money. It's not about work, work, work. Okay, so I'm going to teach you in this group about honoring cycles and coming from a infinite place of rest and the womb of feminine, in order to, when you do branch out into action and masculine energy, it is from an inspired place of being versus a action doing, which is often not productive. You can enter portals of productivity, the likes that you can't imagine, where you get more done in an hour of inspired action than you do in 8 hours of drudging through what you think you have to do. Okay, so it's all about honoring cycles. Let's go ahead and, hi Jessica, really? Yes. I don't know what you're asking about, but it's true. If I said it, it's true. So guys, if you want to co-create the life you've always wanted to, if you're feeling an inner prompting to explore why you came to the planet, and if you need help remembering how to do this in viable ways that are going to make the most difference in the world, it's going to transform the planet. You are here as a transformation catalyst. Let's explore your mess. Let's see what it is that you may have that others need assistance with. Go over to that group, invite other people. Like I said, I just started it yesterday, guys, so there's only a couple hundred people in it. So invite people. We are gonna just explore and expand, and we're gonna transform the planet, guys. Literally, our collective intention to assist is going to offer up new timeline probabilities to the planet. We are a force of light workers, of way showers, of catalysts, and this is why you came here to the planet. So let's grab all of the mess that we've accumulated over our lifetime and lifetimes. Let's talk it through. Let's brainstorm, how could you potentially turn this into an offering for the planet, for our evolution, and then start receiving an abundant exchange to the path of least resistance. Not working by the hour, but working by the transformation. And guess what, guys? You are good enough. You don't need to have a PhD or a certification for this, that, or the other. All you have to do is have a heart for it, right? If you want to assist people, people are going to gravitate to you based on your medicine, based on what you have to offer, based on your vibrational asking. And it starts with your mess. It starts with people knowing that you've been through it too. All right, guys, so I love you all so, so much. Let's head on over there and talk this through. I hope this was helpful, and I also want to be sure that I ended with all of my mess. So yeah, I mean, I heard the calling, got the download, started offering master classes, started working less, started doing more, started transforming the planet, started getting more and more information coming through. And so now I have 2 master classes, both teaching people how to leverage this biotechnology called Anahata codes. And now I just want others to be able to tap into their medicine and deliver the same, and to stop working by the hour and start working as a transformation catalyst. We have all the technology in the world to do this, and you can do this. I can teach you. All right, guys, love to you all. Yes, love you, Jessica. Love you, David. Hi, James. Love you, dude. We just met yesterday, but it was destined on Lionsgate. All right, guys, God bless you. Let's head on over there, invite a bunch of people, because the more the merrier. We can really build some momentum towards transforming the planet and reminding people of their power to take back their lives and to stop believing and playing these fear-based paradigms of 3D limitation. Got it. It's done, guys. It's over. We don't need that anymore. We are entering a blissful time of expansion, of unity, of creativity, the Aquarius age. Yesterday, the portals are open. Ask, align, allow, receive, and let's celebrate our mess, and let's start cultivating and gritting success, magnetizing success. All right, guys, love you all. We'll talk soon. Okay, bye-bye.